Hey, what's going on? It is Tierra, and yeah, as you can see, I am out on the road. Gotta run a couple of errands, and I do a lot of my thinking when I'm in the car. Well, we all do a lot of thinking, right? But anyway, a lot of times I have so many different things running through my head, and lately I've been talking about believing in yourself, preparing yourself for the future, pushing through a bunch of different things that we deal with when we're looking to grow, when we're looking to do anything with our lives. And as I was getting ready to get in the car and everything, I was just thinking like, okay, well, what are you going to talk about, Tierra? And after like looking at some of my notes and things that I had just been thinking about and looking to write about and speak about, I thought about self-belief and how when you believe in yourself, how things can happen for you and how doors can open up for you, and also the things that happen for you and to you and around you when you don't believe in yourself. And so this just brings me back to some things that I have dealt with in the past as far as not believing in myself as much as I would have liked to. And this just takes me back to the time when I was performing in the band. I was with the military band, I think about 4 years, and I don't play an instrument, but I sing, and so it's really, really personal to me, because when you're singing, it's not an outward instrument; it's an internal instrument. So for me, like if I were to get feedback or maybe some criticism or just whatever, whether it be constructive criticism or any of those different things, I would take it. Yeah, please hurry up and go. I would take it a lot harder because it is my personal instrument. It's me. And so I would take stuff hard, like if I missed a note or if I forgot the lyrics and I had to make it up on the spot or just whatever it was. I was harder on myself because it was my internal instrument and this is me. And whenever I step out there, and I'm sure it's the same for you, whenever you step out there and do something, you want it to be great. You want it to be the best that you can produce. And there were times when, you don't feel 100%, or I didn't feel 100%, whether it was something physical going on or emotional, or like maybe I just had a cold or something. And in those moments, like it would cause me to like not believe in myself as much, or just be feeling like, okay, I don't know about this, but at that time the show must go on. And I don't know about you, or what you're working on in your life and your experiences, but some points in our life is gonna be to where the show must go on. Like you can't just be like, well, I can't do this today. There was a lot of people depending on me to make things happen. If you can imagine being the voice of a show, and most of the music has vocal parts, so can you imagine the pressure and just all of the different things that you can be under when it's like you can't have a down day. If you're sick, you're still trying to push through. If you're not feeling good, if you're not rested, there's a lot of people depending on you, and a lot of success of the organization. Like, this is for whatever you're doing in your life. When you have people depending on you for something, it doesn't matter what it is. It can be a lot of pressure, and not only pressure from the outside, pressure on yourself. So for me, I would put a lot of pressure on myself because I wanted to like make sure like A to Z I was good to go. But sometimes I didn't believe in myself, and I know I've talked about this before, but I feel like it lines up beautifully when I had the opportunity to sing for on live television for CNN, the Fort Lee, Virginia presidential, oh my gosh, I forgot what it was called. But anyway, the president was visiting the Army base where I was stationed and where I was performing in the band. And as like, I wasn't in the room, this was just as the conversation was given to me of what was going on. They were looking to see, well, what can we do? How can we structure this event? And I keep wanting to say it was a debate. It wasn't. It wasn't a presidential debate. It was a town hall, and President Barack Obama came to the installation where I was. So when they were in the meeting planning, like, okay, how are we gonna set this up? The installation commander, or the general that was there, they said his face lit up and he smiled and he was like, we have to get Staff Sergeant Brown. And yes, that was me at the time, right? And so I get the call and I'm like, oh my gosh, I was going through a lot mentally. I think I had just started, or maybe like I was in the midst of already talking to a therapist, trying to heal and recover from some things. And I was going through different things medically. And this was a time when I was having hair loss issues. And that, like, I don't know about any other woman out there, but that was tough for me. And I was dealing with that. I was also singing. So let me tell you, I also had shaved my head. So I'm out here singing. I'm in front of the band. I'm performing. And this opportunity comes up. So if you can just think back to a time where it was a lot of pressure and you were not feeling like 100%, but it's like, this is almost like an opportunity of a lifetime. And not only that, there's other people believing in you and then also counting on you. And I wrestled with the idea of, was I gonna be able to do it? Was the stress gonna be so much? I was starting to doubt myself. I had already gotten used to having my head shaved, so that wasn't a big deal. And then the idea that it was gonna be performed live and all of that didn't really freak me out or scare me. My biggest thing was, with everything else that I was dealing with, everything that I was going through, was I going to be able to do it to the best of my abilities and not mess up on any of those notes, if you know what I mean. Like, when the pressure is on and it's like, Lord Jesus, please don't let me mess up on this anthem, right? For any of my vocalists out there, y'all, you feel me, right? The anthem and being on live television. And I talked to my husband. I had talked to someone that I felt could be helpful for me. Like I thought that they, I trusted their opinion, and I looked to them for like guidance, and I asked, and they're like, well, no, you should just let such and such do it. And I talked to my husband, and I thought about it, and I was just like, I'm gonna do this. If they wanted the other person, they would have spoke that person's name. And the beautiful part about it was I was already prepared. Even though I was going through a tough time, now don't get me wrong, I was prepared and I knew I could do it. But like sometimes people say, like in the back of my mind, like in the back of Tiara's mind, she was thinking, am I gonna be able to pull this off? Because I was going through a lot of stuff, I'll just be honest. But I went ahead and did it, and then the pressure was like really, really, well, I made the decision that I was gonna do it. And then it just like was like toom 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 toom, like the heart, like boom boom. It was like out of this world. But I'm glad that I did it. And I guess what I'm getting at is I was doubting myself because of the situation that I was in, as far as my medical situation, my mental state, my emotional health, physical things that I was going through. But when I tell you, and I'm not boasting, I know God blessed me with the abilities to sing. He gave me that. And when I tell you, I shined. I walked out there with my bald head, with my microphone, with my uniform on, and when they said present arms, and I sang that anthem, like it came from this deep place that nobody could ever take away from me. So I just wanted to share this with you. This will be one of many stories, but and it's a beautiful journey. Like when you can look at your life, even if you're gonna share your story and it's gonna be some tears, but it's gonna be some laughter too. I'm gonna tell you, like, I'm on a different journey now as far as singing and different things like that, but I am working on speaking and putting my story out there and becoming more confident in the woman that I am. And instead of using my voice and singing to inspire people and motivate people and help people, I'm still using my voice, but not as a singer, as a speaker. And I'm speaking that into existence, and I'm holding myself accountable to the things that I'm saying. And I just wanted to share this story with you about self-doubt, because I did doubt myself because of the things that I was dealing with, and I didn't feel my best, and I was anxious and scared, but I was also prepared. And because I was prepared, and because I knew my abilities, and I knew that people were looking for me to show up, people were looking for me to step out there in that spotlight and do one of the things that I do best, even when I'm not 100%. It's one of the things that I do at my best, and nobody can ever take that away from me. I still excelled, and I still shined, and I just give the glory to God. I thank Him for blessing me with the gift that He blessed me with, and I also thank Him for providing me with the opportunity and for giving me the strength to still do it. So, in closing, it was an amazing experience. And from that experience, I gained more confidence. And I learned something even deeper about myself, that I can still push and I can still get things done because I'm prepared, and because I may not have been like 100% confident in myself because of all of the other things that were going on at the time. But I knew deep down inside, like way deep down in there, that I could do it. And I'm so grateful that I didn't get to the place where it was like, no, I can't do this. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to just ask this other person. Like, I probably would be so upset with myself. And that was several years ago. But I just want you to think about all of the different opportunities that you have, and all of the amazing things that you have accomplished up to this point, and all of the people that come to you for different things, and all of the things that you want to continue to do with your life and you want to do in the future. And anytime you start to doubt yourself and you start to feel like, I'm not good enough, should I even try? Like, do I even want this? Can I do it? I want you to reach back to all of those other times and all of the things that you have already done, and use that to build up your confidence and to build up the belief in yourself to do it regardless. Because life is not going to always be a dream. Life is not going to always be this pretty picture that we try to paint sometimes. Life is not going to always be this super amazing thing, but you still have to do what you have to do. And even if you just have a little drop of confidence, a little drop of belief in yourself, you can still accomplish amazing things. And the more you start to do, the more the confidence builds and the more the belief in yourself builds, and it's contagious as well. So I pray and I hope that this inspires someone out there that is not comfortable with who she is right now and is struggling with the doubts and with the fears and with the lack of confidence, just not believing in yourself, because you are important, you are special, and you are amazing, and you're going to go on to do great things once you tap into your uniqueness and tap into who you truly are. You're going to be unstoppable. You already are stoppable. So just take that and share this. If you've made it this far in the video, share this with someone else who could use this. And also, if you would like more content like this, comment and also subscribe, because this is going on YouTube. And most importantly, I simply and from my heart want you to believe in yourself. And I pray that something I have said in this video or in my messages, in my talks, and in my content, I pray that there's something there that can inspire you and encourage you to keep moving forward and to keep taking the steps towards the things that you want for your life and towards the person that you want to be. So I thank you. I'm praying for you. I am rooting for you, and I love you. Take care.